So now we are going to complete this exercise in JavaScript in order to find the sum of numbers that is entered by the user. So guys, you need to follow these below steps to complete this particular exercise. So first of all, we will ask the user to enter two numbers using the input fields in HTML. So guys, let us move to the VS Code over here, and simply we are going to remove the previous lines of code inside the HTML and the JavaScript files over here that we had written. Now guys, inside the HTML file under the body tag, we are going to have two input fields in this case. So first of all, we will say input followed by colon, and this time we are going to have the type attribute as number over here, and simply we will provide the value as first number for the name attribute, and also we will provide the ID as first number over here. Apart from this, we will provide the line break after the first input, and similarly we will have the second input as well. This time we will say second number as the name. So guys, over here we have the value as the second number for the name attribute, and for the ID attribute as well, we will have the value as second number over here. And then guys, apart from this, we are going to have the button tag in this case. So simply we are going to say add as the text of this button, and we are also going to have the ID. So simply we will say btn followed by add over here. So this button is responsible in order to add the two numbers that will be provided by the user inside these two input fields. And then guys, apart from this, we are going to have the paragraph tag with the ID result over here, so that the result of the addition of these two numbers will appear. So guys, we will simply say sum will appear here. So as you can see, this is a statement that we have provided inside the paragraph tag. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, we have these two input fields followed by the add button, and then we have sum will appear here. Now guys, what we can do is simply we can provide another line break so that there is certain spacing in between the input fields and the button in this case. When we reload this page, as you can see, we have more spacing in between the HTML elements. Apart from this, we can also provide the placeholder over here. So simply we will say first number in this case, and we will instruct the user to enter first number as a part of placeholder, and again for the second input tag we will have the enter second number as the value for the placeholder. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page. As you can see, we have the placeholders over here. So when we click on this particular add button, both the numbers that are provided by the user should be added, and the result should be displayed over here inside the paragraph tag. So guys, currently we have not added any JavaScript code, so that is the reason why when we click on this particular button, nothing is happening over here. So what we can do is, let us provide certain JavaScript code over here, before which we are going to link that JavaScript file with the help of the script tag in this case. So we have the src attribute as test.js over here. Now guys, what we have to do is, inside the JavaScript file, we need to extract the values of these two input fields. So the first field is having the ID that is first number over here. Let me just use that ID inside the document followed by dot, and then we will use the query selector in order to find that HTML element. So we have the hash character followed by the ID that is first number over here. Let us verify whether we have got the correct input field. So simply we are going to print this input field on the console. So we have provided the console.log statement and enclosed this query selector inside the log statement over here. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page. As you can see, we are getting input type number and the name is first number, which means we are able to identify the first input field over here. Similarly, we are going to identify the second input field as well. Now guys, it is very important to note that when we are using this particular query selector, we can assign it to a particular variable. So simply we make use of the const keyword over here, and let's say we provide the variable name as x in this case. So guys, basically what we are trying to do is, we are storing this particular HTML element inside the variable x, and in future we can make use of this x variable over here. So let's say we want to print this particular HTML element that is x. So simply we can make use of the console.log statement, and then we can say x in this case. When we save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser, you can notice that now we are able to print the HTML element that is stored inside this particular variable, that is x in this case. So guys, we are going to learn more about variables in the upcoming videos as well. So we can make use of the var keyword or let keyword or the const keyword over here. When we use the const keyword, basically whatever value is assigned to this particular variable will not be updated in the upcoming line of code that we are going to write. So guys, for now you only have to understand that when we are writing this particular statement, the return value is getting assigned to this particular variable which we can use in future. Now guys, this particular x variable is currently having the entire HTML element over here, but we only want the number that will be provided by the user inside the input field. So what we can do is simply we can provide x followed by dot, and then we will provide value property in order to get the value inside this particular input field. So guys, we will check that as well, how we can use it. So before that, we are also going to identify the second number as well. So over here we have the second statement, and this time we will make use of the id, that is second number over here, and we will store this particular HTML element inside another variable, that is y. So guys, basically we have x and y values that are representing these two input fields, that is the first number and the second number this time. Now guys, what we have to do is, since we are having the button over here, we also have to identify the button in this case. So again, we are going to make use of this id attribute of this button tag, and then again we will use the query selector over here. This time we will make use of the button add as the id of the button, and then simply we are going to store it inside the button variable. So guys, basically we have identified all the required HTML elements that are present on the web page over here, except the final one, which is result in this case. So let us provide another statement in order to identify this particular result id as well. So over here we have provided the result id, and also we will provide the variable name, that is result in this case. Now guys, very important thing, when the user clicks on this particular add button, the numbers from both these HTML elements, that is x and y, must be read by this JavaScript code, and both the numbers must be added and it must be displayed inside this particular result HTML element. Now guys, how do we add both these numbers in this case? So simply we are going to create a function that will help us in order to add these two numbers. So over here, let us provide the function, and then let us give the function name as add in this case. Guys, don't worry about the syntax of this particular function, since we are going to cover it with the help of the examples in the upcoming videos as well. So for now, you only need to understand that this particular function is nothing but a section inside the JavaScript code which we can call single or multiple number of times. So guys, over here what this add function will do is simply it will extract the value of numbers from x and y and add those two numbers. So let's say we have the element that is x over here followed by dot, and then we have to make use of the property that is value in order to get the value of the first number. Similarly, we will get the value of the second number as well. So in this case, we will provide plus operator followed by y, which is the second element in this case, and then followed by dot, and then we have the value attribute. So guys, over here we have the first number and we also have the second number in this case. So guys, what we will do is we will assign it to another variable over here. So we will say const in this case, and then we will provide the variable name as sum, and then we will assign it using the equal to operator. So basically this is a simple mathematics. We are getting the value of x and also we are getting the value of y from these two input fields over here inside the HTML, and adding both the values and providing the value inside another variable, that is sum in this case. And then guys, what we have to do, simply we have to call the inner HTML property that we have seen previously, so that we can print the sum inside the result variable over here. So result variable is currently having the paragraph tag this time, which is having this particular statement, that is sum will appear here. So we will have result followed by dot, and this time we will say inner HTML, it is equal to, and simply we will say the sum of numbers is followed by colon, and then we need to provide the sum variable. So how do we do that? Simply we can make use of the string concatenation over here. So we provide the plus operator and then the name of the variable, that is sum in this case. So guys, in this way we can provide the inner HTML attribute. We have provided the statement that is the sum of numbers is followed by colon, and then the sum, that is the number after the addition of both these numbers, will be printed inside this result HTML element. So let me just save this file now. The only thing that is remaining is we need to call this function that is add over here when we click on this particular button. So guys, what we will do is inside the HTML web page over here, simply for the button tag we are going to have the onClick attribute, and for this attribute we can provide the name of the function that is add over here and then followed by the open and close parenthesis. So guys, basically this is the way we call the function inside the JavaScript that is going to execute certain lines of code that we have written inside this particular function. So guys, let me save both these files now, and when we reload this page once again over here, so now when we provide the first number, so let's say we provide the number as 10 and the second number is 20, and when we click on this particular add button over here, you will be able to see the sum of both these numbers that will replace this particular statement. So let me just click on this add button over here. As you can see, the sum of numbers is 1020. So guys, over here there is a mistake that we have done. So guys, this particular result is unexpected, and why it has occurred? That's because by default the input field take the values as string over here. So basically it has taken the string as 10 and another string as 20, and simply it has concatenated both the strings in this case. So what we have to do is simply we need to convert both these strings into integers over here. So we have something called as parse int function that will help us in order to convert the string to the integer. So simply we make use of the parse int function and then enclose the string value inside the parenthesis. So we have converted the x value to integer over here, and similarly we will convert the string that is represented by the y value over here to integer in this case. So guys, basically we have converted x and y to the integers over here. So now both these numbers will be added with the help of this plus operator. It is important to note over here that this plus operator can be used in order to add the two numbers, or it can also be used in order to concatenate, that is join two strings over here that we have just seen. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. Now we will provide the same numbers, that is 10 and 20, and instead of having 1020 over here, we should have the result 30 in this case, which is the sum of these two numbers. So when we click on this add button over here, as you can see, the sum of numbers is 30 this time. So guys, in this way it is very important to note that whenever you are retrieving the values of these input fields, you need to convert it into integers or the float numbers as well if you want to add those numbers. So guys, this is a very simple code in order to take two numbers as the input from the user and add them to find the sum of these two numbers and display them on the web page over here. So guys, comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video, in which we are going to learn about variables in JavaScript, that is var, let and const keywords. So stay tuned.